How's everybody doing today? Today, I'm going to do a little demo. A little further testing, I guess you might want to call it, on, have a quick peek at the sheath I had made for it. It's a diving sparrow sheath, a little bit of tool work around the side, standard belt loop. Waxed, very nice sheath. It's my custom Enzo trapper. We're back with this one. Did a little bit of, I don't know what you call it, carving tests back actually last year. And I just wanted to do a little bit of batoning with it, see how it holds up. It's this RWL34 stainless. I want to see how it holds up to some batoning. We'll do some feather sticks, do some notching. Cocobolo, flame cocobolo handles. Really awesome pattern quality, coloration. I wish the lighting was a little bit better, but there we go, you get an idea. Really gorgeous, I love it. So yeah, I was under the impression before, if I can get that to focus, that this pattern was a rose pattern. But I was informed that it's called Odin's Eye. Now, I don't know. I mean, I heard that from a knife maker, so I'm going to take his word for it. I kind of prefer that better to rose, anyways. I could say it's a little more manly, but who cares about stuff like that? But it is a custom trapper blade, of course, made by a guy named Ingmar Nordell out of Sweden. And the handle work was done on the blank by Abe Elias at Diving Sparrow, who did a beautiful job, as per usual. Makes fabulous knives and fantastic handles. Okay, so a little maple, do a little hardwood batoning. It's a good size. Well, that was almost too easy. Of course, the wood's cold, which doesn't make it easy to, and I'm not full-blown smacking this. That's why it's taken a few hits to go through. And then I could get it in one or two. But you get the idea that it's not having any problems at all. Tried to get that bark in my fire I missed. So it's, yeah, not having any problems going through the maple whatsoever. It's almost not even a test. I don't have anything else. I don't have any oak or any other hardwoods in this area to do a test on, really. It's making short work. It's a 3 mil, I believe. I want to say 3 mil blade. I've got the stats in my description, both on the old video and on this one. So, if I'm wrong, well, I know most of the thicknesses of my blades, but I just use them for the most part. If I can grab that piece of wood, that is. So yeah, so that's that. Let's do some feather sticking on the hardwood now. Mr. Baton out of the way here. Just getting used to the edge, the angle it's on, as is always the case when you have multiple knives. Every knife is a little different when it comes to things like feather sticking and finding the sweet spot. But this is having no problems at all. No problems whatsoever. A little piece of poplar. Get the bark off that. I don't have the sharpest of edges on this. It's I want to say it's nearly impossible to strop, just because of the pattern that's on it, the Damascus. It goes right down to the edge. It's got a raised texture right at the bevel, or right at the edge, and I find it tears up the paste off my strop. So it's very difficult to strop, so I basically end up going to sandpaper, and I'm out of sandpaper right now. I gotta pick some more up, so I didn't give it a chance. I didn't get a chance rather to touch it up after I used it last time, but so it's a little difficult to sharpen, but it is quite sharp and it holds an edge really well. I mean, I haven't used it for batoning before, but I've done a lot of carving with it. It's just it's the right size for that. I've done a lot of carving, you know, whittling, whatever you want to call it, with this knife, and it holds a really good edge. I have to give it that. This RWL34, along with the heat treat, of course, crucial, is so far a very good steel in my books as far as use. Go for a little bit of thicker. And that's easy as well. If I want to do a bite, that was a little bit shallow. You'll see the result of that. So it went in really well to this maple. I'll go a little steeper. Bites very well. And of course poplar, it's going to do, you know, it's going to do very, very well on that as well, I imagine. Try and get it steep as well. There we go. Went shallow again, but handle for me, it's a little thin towards the heel of the blade, if that's what we call it, but it bites in really nice. It bites in very, very nicely. So let's try a notch. That was on the maple. No difficulties at all. Get that piece of poplar back here. Also very easy. The thing I'm starting to notice about poplar is when it dries out, I'm gonna guess, as all woods you do, right? But it tightens up quite a bit. It's a very moist wood, in my experience of processing stuff that's freshly fallen, and it makes it very soft when it's greener. But as it dries up, it really, like I said, as all woods tend to do, I'm sure it really does toughen up. So there's a quick look, a little bit extra testing on the custom trapper. I like it. It's a good knife, because it's a one-off, and I'm guessing because of the Damascus RWL34 factor and the wood of the handles. It costs a fair bit. I'm not going to say because it's almost embarrassing. Let's just say I wouldn't pay that much for a knife again, but this was kind of a one-off. I won't say prototype, but it's definitely a one-off from what I was told, and the opportunity was there, and I fell in love with it when I saw it and I got it in my hands. It was just it was a no-brainer. But kind of because of that, it doesn't see as much use as it should. That and the fact that I have other knives that are always begging for my attention. It sits about halfway in my list of knives as far as where it sits to my favorites. It's down the list on my top 10, but it's still, I like it a lot. And it's light enough that it can be used as a neck carry, actually, without much difficulty. Great handle, great function on the handle. Like I said, difficulty is sharpening the blade. I would have liked to have seen them hold back from the edge a bit more, or I don't know if you can grind it down. whatever the case may be. It would have been nicer to keep it away from the edge a bit, just for something that's going to get a lot of use. It's a little finicky as far as sharpening, but I'm trying to figure out a way to do that a little more easier. Like I said, sandpaper for now. If anyone has any familiarity with Damascus and as far as stuff that goes right down to the edge and the ease of sharpening, or maybe a method or a technique, I'd be very happy to have somebody send me a message or let me know. Get in touch with me. That'd be great. Anything to make it a little bit easier. That's it. That's all, folks. Any requests, as usual, don't hesitate to ask. Hope you enjoyed the little demo here. And everyone have a great day. Be well.